Ramadan Mubarak. Look at your face. You're glowing. Did you have your coffee?
I did. I did have my coffee. Just not been, last 1 week has been pretty hectic, so just not been keeping well.
Why?
The
What happened?
usual viral cold, cough, and all of those things.
Mm. And how do you feel
Mm.
now?
Alhamdulillah, much better, much better.
That's Ramadan effect, giving
Yeah,
you a best health. Where are
yeah,
you
yeah.
going?
But
Where are you coming from? What are you doing?
I am in Bahrain right now.
How do you? I thought you're in Mumbai.
No, no, I came to Bahrain. Actually, Nuran and kids were also pretty unwell. So I thought, the first thing I should be doing is starting Ramadan with them.
Of course. Aslan, that was my question to you. Are you spending Ramadan in Bahrain or Mumbai? This is amazing.
You
With your
know,
family.
uh, just a second.
Yes.
Uh,
People are happy over here that they're seeing Vivian. MashaAllah. Vivian is such a down-to-earth person. I always say, whenever I say a fan following, I always say, see people Vivian's fan following, how genuine they are, how lovable they are. He
they've
has
been with,
zero hatred.
they, my fans have lasted me, throughout my career, and I think I've got one of the best fans in the world, and they're just lovely. They just
I always
and
say that.
and they are very emotional about me.
Oh
They get
God.
they get very particular about me. So I think they just love me. I'm one of the best fans and blessed to have such fans.
Why, Vivian, you think you have that kind of lovable fan? What have you done that they are loving you?
I don't know. I mean, I've always promised to them that I'll just keep working hard no matter what, and always keep delivering better and better shows and better performances. I think, and they've really loved my work and appreciated my hard work always. And I think that is one of the major reasons they love me so much.
Which is Alhamdulillah that you are, because you are
Alhamdulillah.
such a down-to-earth person, and we have loved you in Big Boss. We have seen the exact person. What I know from before Vivian, this was the original Vivian in the show. No
Yeah.
mask, no filter. This is who he is. Hate it or love
I
it.
think I think it usually happens not only with me but with a lot of actors in general. That with me, what happened is the kind of roles I've played, I've always had this anger or angry young man factor always a part of my role. So
Yes.
they thought, by God's grace, I did it so well. So I think they thought that in real life also I get angry so often, and I'm like one of those angry young men.
No, you're not. You're such a cool
So
person.
I think it's very important for an artist, especially to connect with their fans on a personal basis. And I think my BB journey was a time and chance where I could connect with them on a personal basis, and they could see me like about 24/7. So I think that was one of the best parts.
And I'm very happy that you have done. And I told you before also, this is the good decision that you have done. I want people to see who is
Yeah,
the real Vivian. And I
yeah.
think I think Nuran
You
also told the
remember?
same thing.
You remember we had a conversation about this that you think this is a right thing to do. So you also said the same thing as Noran. As I think Vivian, you should get out of your comfort zone and try and connect with your fans. And this will be like one of the best chances that one of the best platforms actually to connect with my fans on a personal basis.
Exactly. And you have done and you have killed it. You nailed it. Even though you haven't won, but for us, you are a winner. For you have won our heart. This is the most important thing. So,
Coffee.
oh, you have coffee. I'm having my chai. Coffee
Yeah.
with Vivian, chai with Ahmed.
Yeah, this,
So I
this this
have
is we've
gathered.
had one this common factor always whenever we met, that you love chai and I love
Yes,
coffee for
I
so
still
many
remember
years.
when we
Yeah.
met, and guys, Vivian came to my birthday, and whenever I go to Mumbai, he always is there to host me. Whenever I go to Bahrain, his wife Nuran is always there to host. They are such a genuine person. That's why I love you guys, and you are my first guest in the live for Ramadan. This is the most important thing. Love you
Thank
guys.
you so much, bro. It's a pleasure's always mine, to be your first guest or to be your guest, even if it's not the first. So sorry, I was traveling a bit, from how
Oh
Ramadan
yeah.
happens. You're going
Totally,
from one place to
totally
the other.
understandable. Totally understandable. So I have gathered a couple of questions from your fans. in less than 24 hours, I got 734 messages and questions. I was like,
MashaAllah.
guys, I cannot ask this
MashaAllah.
whole question. My battery will be down. But I have gathered like very few questions. I have toned it down. But we will ask and answer very, very fast. Okay?
All
Then
right.
I finish everything
We
good.
shall do that.
So the first question is Madhubala 2 coming?
You never know.
Mm. Oh, I love that answer. Next one. Okay, you're already spending in Bahrain in Ramadan, so that's the answer. Okay, a question is, how did you enter Islam? So definitely by marrying Nuran. This is a simple question. Simple
I
answer.
I I actually did a research on Islam
Mm,
because there was actually a point of time in my life where I was very inquisitive to know about religion and everything.
mm,
And moreover, I have always been an inquisitive kid, you see. So for me, to gain knowledge or to, get information about something, like I'll just state an example. Like when I was a kid,
mm.
whenever my mom and dad, I was the only kid, of
Oh,
course, I don't have
yeah.
siblings. So when they used to buy me a toy, I used to play with the toy for like some time and then get a screwdriver and open it. That how does it function?
Oh God.
So yeah, that has been my history. So I think I've always been inquisitive as a kid,
Mm,
and having said that, for me to gain knowledge is always like on my top priority. I like to know new things.
yes.
So of course, I researched about Islam, and that's when I embraced Islam.
Alhamdulillah, great choice.
Alhamdulillah.
Another question, will you do another season of Khatwa Kilari? I think there was an article about that, right? You want to do Khatwa Kilari?
See, Khatro Ke Khiladi is something which has always been my, personal favorite. And I've always loved that show. And in fact, we had a great time in Argentina while we were there. And it's stunts is something I love.
I know. You love taking risk as well.
Before we go ahead, we were like too much in a rush because I was also traveling in the car and I didn't want you to wait for me. So first, let's say hello to all our lovely people out there who've come live. So hello, good evening, all you lovely people. Thank you so much for coming. Lots of love to you guys.
They are loving you. They can't wait to see one glimpse of Vivian. Next question. Since it's Ramadan, so what's your routine in Ramadan? How do you balance with your work and self-time?
See, for me, it's been like a couple of years. It's been more than like about 5 6 years. So
Hmm.
for me, it was like now it's a routine.
Yeah,
Usually, like every normal human being, first 2 3 days are kind of difficult,
of course.
especially water and coffee. But
No,
yeah,
I try.
alhamdulillah, you get used to it. You get used
Exactly.
to, and then Ramadan goes very well. And one thing, I always tell everybody, Ahmed, that Subhanallah, like we have no clue. None of us actually have no clue that how do we stay fasting, and more than
Mm,
fasting, how do we stay without water for so long? Whereas at
exactly.
any other point of time in the year you do it, you cannot. Like,
Exactly. Right.
for example, you have to go for like people who have to go for some kind of medical test or something, and the doctor says that you have to be fasting for 8 hours, and you're like, fasting? Why?
What? Too
Why?
much.
Why fasting? Can't you do the test normally?
Yes.
So, but Ramadan, yeah, I mean, of course, it's the best thing, yeah.
Exactly. Definitely. Vivian, what's your motto in life? What's your motto in life?
My motto in life is, make sure that you don't do anything bad for any human being.
Hmm.
Or, like in Hindi we say, बस मुझसे किसी का गलत नहीं हो.
Yeah.
And,
True.
just focus on yourself because I think the way to grow as a human being or as a professional or as anybody for that matter, I think it has more to do with concentrating with yourself rather than concentrating around what is happening. Because what
True.
happens is once you start concentrating on who's doing what, that is where the problem comes.
Hmm.
Why? Because your attention, which is 100 from 100% of yours, it suddenly diverts to 50% somebody else and 50% you. So you've already shared your attention and your attentiveness for things. So I think that is
Exactly.
something one should just focus on himself. And I guess whatever you do, just do it with your complete heart and soul. That's about it.
Completely true. I love that motto that you're saying. Very
Yeah.
few questions before we end
I
this.
think one
How?
second, one
Yeah.
second. I think there's some reception issue. Give me one second.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
so
sure.
very sorry, Arambal.
No, come
It's
on. What
cracking.
is sorry? What is fine?